deal with children. And you told us some things in a meeting not long ago that I still remember, Dave, as you and Kathy, your wife, work with those who are dedicating their babies. Mm-hmm. And some of those parents had questions. You may remember some of them. Or some of the men seemed to need certain things. And you made a comment about that. You recall what that was about?
We have parents all the time that are terrified
Yes.
that they now have kids.
Yes.
Because the way they were raised
That's it.
was a bit of a mess.
Mm-hmm.
And their instincts are not good. Mm-mm. They don't know anything like we've talked about today, and the men are afraid that they're going to do to their kids what their parents did to him.
Exactly. And you know what I think? Unless a parent is really sick, no parent sits on the side of the bed in the morning saying, see, how can I mess my kid's life up today? It doesn't happen like that. Bad habits are carried on to other generations of bad habits, carried on. Bents are not changed and addressed. Before you know it, you are duplicating the very same thing that you hated. That's why alcoholic kids
they do
often turn in that direction. About that, I mean kids of alcoholic parents.
Right. And it often requires the man, the husband, to say, here and no further.
That's right.
I will do whatever it takes.
That's right.
And then the whole heritage is shifted for generations after that.
I wish I'd have thought to say that. That's a very good point. There comes a time when you say, we will not raise as we were raised. Our children will not go through what we went through as we were growing up. And now, this is tough. We're going to find new ways to parent that are like God's Word says they ought to be. And we're going to model what we believe. And if some of it leads to words, then great.
And they often need to go somewhere to find out how that works.
They do.
They need a good home church. They need help from Insight for Living.
Sometime a class.
You can't make this stuff up on your own.
No. You know what else is true? There's no handbook. We got a man on our staff right now that's got a 2-day-old little baby, Tom. And I realized as Tom was holding that little baby in his arms, I was at the hospital as he was cradling that darling little child. There's no handbook that says to Tom, this is what you do at age 8 months.
Right.
This is the kind of father that child needs when he turns 5. There's no handbook. So you're given the child with his own or her own set of bents without a handbook. And if you don't have a partner that works with you, we haven't said much about that. We got to have mom and dad in agreement on things that are wholesome and right and biblical and fair. You got to talk about that when nobody's around. Yeah. You know, have you noticed about Butch? You know, I've watched so and so, and are you aware of it? And she'll say, you know what, I am aware of it. Okay, what are we going to do?
It's exhausting work.
It is.
But achieving at work, moving to a bigger house, it doesn't even address this heritage, this spiritual heritage that will go on for generations. It is studying your child. It is correcting things in your... If you have a secret life as a dad, it will stain your children.
Sure.
And
it'll drain you.
They'll know everything.
Sure they will. Yeah, kids are omniscient.
So...
And they don't hold back either, do they?
No, they will make it clear.